In today's digital world, relationships often begin with a swipe. Millions of people search for connections, conversations, and long-term partners through their phones. And at the center of this shift, two apps dominate the online dating market: Tinder and Bumble. This is not just a competition between apps. It is a battle over how modern relationships are formed, experienced, and even valued. The story begins with Tinder. Launched in 2012, Tinder introduced a simple but powerful idea: swipe right if you're interested, swipe left if you're not. It removed friction from online dating. No long profiles, no complicated steps. Just fast, visual decisions. This simplicity made Tinder incredibly addictive. And it worked at scale. Within just a few years, Tinder became one of the most widely used dating apps in the world. It didn't just grow. It defined an entire category. But Tinder's rapid success came with trade-offs. Many users began to criticize the platform. It was seen as too focused on appearance, too fast, too transactional. And for some users, especially women, it could feel overwhelming or even uncomfortable. That gap in the market created an opportunity. In 2014, Bumble entered the scene. But Bumble wasn't just another competitor. It introduced a fundamental shift in how matches worked. Women had to make the first move. After a match, only women could start the conversation. If they didn't, the match would expire. This changed the entire dynamic of interaction. It reduced unwanted messages. It encouraged more intentional communication. And it gave users, particularly women, more control over the experience. This became Bumble's core identity. While Tinder focused on speed, volume, and engagement, Bumble focused on control, safety, and intention. Two completely different strategies, competing for the same audience. From a business perspective, Tinder had a major early advantage: scale. It expanded rapidly across global markets: North America, Europe, Asia, Latin America. By the late 2010s, Tinder had tens of millions of active users. It became the default option in many countries. Bumble, while growing quickly, remained smaller. But it was building something just as valuable: a differentiated brand. Bumble positioned itself as more than just a dating app. It expanded into multiple verticals: Bumble BFF for friendships, Bumble Biz for professional networking. This strategy allowed Bumble to extend its use beyond dating. It became a platform for connection, not just romance. That distinction helped it stand out in a crowded market. Meanwhile, Tinder focused on maximizing engagement and retention. It introduced features designed to keep users active: super likes, boosts, swipe limits, algorithmic matching improvements, and multiple premium subscription tiers. Each feature increased the chances of matches and increased revenue at the same time. Both apps operate on a freemium model. The basic experience is free, but users can pay for advantages. Tinder's subscription tiers include Tinder Plus, Tinder Gold, Tinder Platinum. These unlock features like unlimited swipes, seeing who liked you, and location changes. Bumble offers similar premium features. But the difference comes down to scale and conversion. Tinder generates significantly more revenue. Not because its model is completely different, but because it has more users. More users means more paying subscribers, and more data to optimize its system. Another important factor is user behavior. Tinder is often associated with casual dating, fast matches, short interactions, high volume. Bumble is perceived as more intentional, slower conversations, more thoughtful connections, a different mindset. Even if the reality overlaps, the perception influences user choice. And perception is powerful. Over time, the competition has led to feature convergence. Tinder has added safety tools and more profile depth. Bumble has introduced features to increase engagement and retention. The two platforms are becoming more similar, but their core philosophies still shape how users experience them. Ownership also plays a critical role. Tinder is owned by Match Group, a company that owns multiple major dating platforms, including Hinge and OkCupid. This gives Tinder access to massive amounts of data, resources, and cross-platform insights. It also reduces risk by diversifying across the dating market. Bumble operates more independently. This allows it to maintain a strong, focused brand. But it also means fewer resources compared to its larger competitor. Let's compare them directly. User base. Tinder dominates globally. Bumble is smaller but growing steadily. Revenue. Tinder generates significantly more income. Bumble is expanding but still behind. Business model. Both rely on subscriptions and in-app purchases. But Tinder benefits more from scale. Brand identity. Tinder is fast, casual, and high volume. Bumble is controlled, intentional, and brand-driven. Expansion. Tinder focuses on dating. Bumble expands into multiple types of relationships. So who is winning? If you measure by size, revenue, and global reach, Tinder is clearly ahead. It controls a larger share of the market. It generates more income. And it continues to grow. But Bumble is not trying to win the same game. It is targeting a different experience, a different audience, and a different definition of success. Because this competition is not just about apps. It is about behavior. About how people choose to connect, how they communicate, and how technology shapes relationships in the modern world. As digital interaction becomes more dominant, these platforms will only become more influential. Not just in dating, but in how people build relationships of all kinds. In the end, Tinder may control the largest share of the market. But Bumble has built a strong and differentiated position. And the real winner depends on what users value more: speed or control.